So there guys, welcome back to Towns with Charon and Velerious. Hello Velerious.
Hello.
Pause. Right. Oh god, it's a little bit on the laggy side today. Never mind. I'm sure it will settle down in a bit.
It does that.
Okay. We need to carry on with this roof. How are we doing for stone? 51. That's not enough.
That's a pathetic amount of stone there.
Yeah. I'm sure we had an order in. It's whether they've mined it or not. I was over this side somewhere. Oh. Looks like they might have mined it all, so I'll carry on mining over here. So, Velerious, Kairosoft, you were eager to tell me about the new game from Kairosoft.
Well, I was going to do just quickly before we do that. What do you think is better in these types of games, right? To have it when you mine like this stone, it would never count in your stockpile until it's actually in a stockpile, or it counts when it's on the floor. Because if you ever noticed with towns,
it counts on the floor.
Yeah, but in like things like Stonehearth or Nomoria, things like that, when you mine something, it has to be in a stockpile for you to see in the stockpile.
I don't like that. I figured, if it's on the floor, why can't you use it? You know what I mean?
Should
Why does it have to be carried to one place before you can?
But then at the same point,
make use of it?
It's made us some issues when we've gone like, go get this, and they've run down to the very bottom where all the ghosts are.
Yeah.
To go pick something up.
Oh, well, that's true. I suppose in that respect,
it's got kind of a plus and negative.
They should definitely prefer to take it from the stockpile.
Yeah, if it's in there. Or they should prefer to like get the closest thing.
Prioritize.
Well, it should have like a closest thing, really, shouldn't it?
Yeah, the closest thing to the project that you're building.
Yeah.
Would make the most sense, I guess.
So obviously, moving on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Kairosoft, you know Kairosoft, don't you? That have made Game Dev Tycoon, and that's what Green Out Games kind of made on PC.
Yeah.
So recently they brought out a new game.
Okay.
Called Manga Studio.
Okay.
This is totally going back to the old Game Dev Tycoon. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh yeah, you do like your Kairosoft games, don't you?
It has been a bit shit recently. They've been releasing a lot of crap.
I remember you playing the racing and the football ones quite a lot.
Oh god, the racing one's fantastic. Football one, don't really know. There's two of them, you see.
All right.
And one of them was a free-to-play and one wasn't, and everyone keeps crying about the fact that the free-to-play one was not as good as the other one. But I obviously bought the other one. Just went and bought that.
Right.
Because by no adverts setting off. But the Manga Studio, right? So you start off as just this guy in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And you want to be a manga star. You want to draw mangas.
Okay.
So you start off by going, right, create a manga. So he sits there and creates it, and you get like art, story, humour, and the characters. And it's like the same thing as, Game Dev Tycoon with the bubbles and everything. But instead of having bubbles, it just puts like a plus to one character every 5 seconds. And then as he gets further along, you get a plus on the art or plus on the humour and things like that. And you have to make it like so. My first one was called Kablam Man.
Kablam Man, nice.
And it was a battle manga based around office workers in a stadium. And for some strange reason, it was really shit. Because
so you choose your components.
Yeah, I didn't think about it properly. And it meant that office workers apparently was more kind of cool with office workers that are male. For some weird reason. Not female ones, just male. And Stadium was good for teens.
Right.
And I was like, right, okay, so I have to balance that kind of crap.
Yeah.
So then afterwards, I went on to make, I think it was a monster manga in a school, but with karate in it. And all the teens loved the karate. All the teens, well, it was boys, but all the boys loved the school. And then they all loved monsters. I was like, fuck yes, release that shit. And then the guy went, right, we want you to make a series of this. And I was like, what? So now I had to make chapters.
Okay.
And they set you a deadline, and you can, extend the deadline if you don't got it done, or when you finish the first chapter and hand it in, he goes, right, do you want to work on the next one, or have a hiatus, or just finish it? And I was like, holy fuck, so you could just kind of, do loads of shit with this. So the hiatus gives you, a week off to get, some, PP, which I think is kind of you go out and look at restaurants and things like that, and you look at,
Oh, like inspiration, I guess.
Inspirational stuff. So you can have that for a week and then come back and write this. But you have a week to finish it, and so far, it is so fucking hard, because every time I go to do it, it's they go, okay, you've got 7 days to write as the next chapter. And I sit down to do it, and he goes, right, on a normal schedule, I could finish this manga in 14 days. I was like, oh, fuck. Put him on an intense schedule. He was just, like, getting knackered every 5 seconds, and then I ended up getting hospitalised because his energy had run out.
Damn it, Brian, draw more waifus.
It was like, what the fuck is this? It's so hard, and yet it's so good. It is literally one of the best games I've seen from them in quite a while. It's $3.99.
You've been playing a lot of cool stuff recently. You've been playing RimWorld finally.
Yeah, RimWorld. RimWorld was
after
cool.
like 100 episodes of Talent ago when we mentioned it. You've finally been checking it out. You've been liking that, have you?
Yeah, I actually quite like RimWorld. I think the thing with RimWorld is you've got to be in the right mood to play it.
Yeah.
For a start. The second thing about RimWorld is the fact that some things just don't really make a lot of sense. Like when my person was just asleep in bed and suddenly developed the plague. And I was like, what? How do you get plague from sleeping in a bed?
Sleep plague.
And then all of a sudden then he developed an immunity to plague. And I was like, okay.
Well, that's fortunate.
I'm fairly sure that doesn't happen in the olden days.
What fortuitous timing.
I have an immunity to plague. But the immunity then means that he kind of lasts a little bit longer, but people were saying that it doesn't actually fully get rid of it.
Yeah.
So it's like... It's like
put
up and shut up.
Does it become a carrier and then it just infects all you other people?
I think so.
Cool.
And then obviously you get prisoners and you can cut off their arms and legs and eat them, and then everyone gets upset and then kill each other, and it's amazing. I had the fox on a dining pitch of just human meat because I didn't want anyone else to eat it, and then the fox kind of turned ravenous, started eating my people, and I was like, oh shit.
And what did he say?
How did I notice this? I don't know.
You don't know what the fox said?
No. So, classic jokes. So yeah, RimWorld. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Is it good? Would you recommend it?
I would recommend RimWorld.
Yeah.
Although, I don't agree with the guy like not going on any sales or anything.
Well,
I seem to think that the game itself, of where it stands, is not worth it.
There's a lot of people doing that sort of thing.
But where it stands right now, it's not worth it because it's early access still.
Yeah.
So having some deals or something like that during early access, it's the same as kickstarting it. You're getting someone to come forward and give you some money for a game that is not done.
That's true. That is true. Sometimes early access is worth it, though. Sometimes
it is.
A bit of patience goes a long way.
Oh, yeah, sometimes it is.
It's like,
don't get me wrong.
I love Project Zomboid, and it's like, when we got that, it was... I bought it so early access, it wasn't even on Steam. And I didn't play it until it came on Steam, and I waited for the Steam version.
But again, that's the same as Kickstarter, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but I bought it way in advance of that, and I was just like, I'll just wait till it comes out on Steam, I'm fine.
And I did. Well, I played it a little bit before that.
Yeah, you did play it a fair bit before.
Just because of the fact that that's now where I'm stuck with... When I play the new one, I was like, what is this? Hunger? Didn't have that last time I played this. Tiredness? Oh my god.
Well, now it's got all the bloody nutrition stuff in and everything.
Nutrition, the crafting.
Foraging, trapping.
Which, to be honest, if you think about it, that's a lot in a game. So I don't mind paying
and the wound,
for that.
you know, before, like, if you burnt your house down and you were just badly burned, you could sort of stumble out, put some bandages on, and it's like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Not anymore, you're not.
Yeah.
Wounds get infected, and you have to, like, clean them out. You have to get, like, cotton balls and, like, alcohol or, like, bleach and stuff, and, like, it disinfects the wounds and then disinfect the bandages, and then the bandages get dirty after you've worn them for a while, so you've got to take them off and clean them again and put them back on.
I remember when I bought it was before you even bought it. And the first thing that happened was you came down to come look at me, and while I was playing it, I accidentally, because the clicking wasn't fantastic, I clicked out of a window, and he just kind of fell and broke both his legs. And I was like, I've broken my legs! Awesome! I went running around with broken legs for ages, because I had no way to, like, repair them.
To be honest, that was one of the first things I did in the early game as well, was I accidentally smashed a window. I didn't mean to.
And then you accidentally climb out of the window you just smashed.
You accidentally smashed the window, then it's like, oh shit, I'm bleeding. Fuck. I didn't mean to smash that window. I was trying to, like, you're just trying to hit a zombie or something, and it's like, no, that's why.
I'm just trying to close the curtains in case the neighbour's watching.
Exactly. Close curtains, just ever so slightly, your mouse just jibs out to smash window. Fuck off, neighbours. Ah, my arm!
There's just like 10,000 zombies outside. Okay,
just
close the curtains. Really easy. Smash. Oh, my hand.
Hope they don't hear this.
Just all the zombies turning over. That guy's trying to shut his window.
What was that smashing sound?
So yeah, some early access games can be fantastic. Some of them have a lot in there, some of them don't. There's a game on Steam, it's called Maya or something like that. Been watching that one for ages. Waiting for that to come on sale because of the fact that people have said, there is no game. You build a base, there is no enemies, there's nothing. So put turrets wherever you fuck want, because nothing's going to attack you or kill anything. But that's going to be kind of like a spacey survival thing.
Not related to any of this, I saw a picture of Nigel Thornberry.
With a penis.
made to look like Nosepass, the Pokemon. It's pretty cool.
Smashing.
Smashing
Smashing Poppert. That's not even how Nigel Thornberry speaks.
Smashing
But it totally became a thing for some reason.
I'm pretty sure he says that.
Yeah, but he doesn't speak like that.
He does.
He doesn't. He has more of a kind of high-pitched annoying voice.
Smashing Poppert.
Exactly. No, that actually sounds like a David First spoiled Toastberry, whatever it is.
Spoiled Toastberry. Is it Pillsbury Doorboy or something?
No, it's Toast Boy. Something like that. Joshua! And that's like all he says, but that was totally the voice from it.
Okay,
fact time with Charon and Vel.
Fact time. Well, I haven't been playing an awful lot recently, Velerious. I've been catching up on some One Finger Death Punch, because, oh my god, that game is hard. So I've done a video for that, which has probably gone out by now.
Again, another game that's totally worth the money.
Oh, it's a fantastic game. For the price, it's amazingly good. It will keep you going forever.
It's so easy to play, and yet it's so nice and amazing.
The concept is so simple and so flawlessly executed. I love it. I absolutely love that game. But it's hard as nails, and it's like, I'm starting to reach, I think, where it's hard enough that I am struggling to progress now. But it's so good, and it's one of those games where it's like, even when you've like finished a level, you can go back and get the platinum medal and the perfect for not being hit.
Yeah.
So it's like, just like as you get better, you can start going back to the earlier levels and like, you know, just flawless in them. So I've been collecting them. I think I've got 50 platinum medals and 50 perfects now. So
I see.
Exciting stuff, and there's the survival mode, which is what the video is on, where I almost got to 1,000 people, so I'm going to have to keep trying that. And
gutted.
Yeah, I was so gutted. I was about 900 and odd, and I was like, oh, so close to 1,000, it would have been so nice. But it was still, I mean, it was long enough for a video, it was like 10 or 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And then obviously No Man's Sky, which I've played for about 17 minutes. 17 minutes of desperately trying to get the game to work. Because it is fucked.
The worst thing is you can't even like try and get it working for quite a few hours. Yeah. Like you do with usual games. If a game doesn't work, you try for a few hours to get it to work, and if it doesn't work, then, you know.
If it hadn't have been 40 quid, if it had been 20 quid or less, I would have thought, fuck it, I'll keep hold of it and they'll fix it eventually. But as it is, I can't take that risk that for 40 quid I might never be able to play this game, so I'm refunding it.
If it had been a fiver, everyone would have been chill.
Because I have tried.
Hey mate, it's a fiver, but it don't work.
I have tried and tried. I was way above spec when they announced it. Then they changed the spec because they didn't bother to tell everyone that you need SSE4 and OpenGL 4.5. Now, SSE4 is not much of a problem. I mean, quite a lot of people do have that. But OpenGL 4.5 is pretty fucking top end these days. You know what I mean? There's barely any AMD cards that support it, and even Nvidia had to release like a driver on the day to try and bring some people up. So they revised their spec, and I'm still above spec, and it still don't work. So they brought out like a variant, like a private beta yesterday to get for people to experiment with. That makes it worse. Some guy on Reddit managed to get it working on older AMD cards using GL Intercept, which I tried that, and that don't work. So I'm pretty much at the point where it's looking like it might just not work. But it's been so long since a PC launch has been this fucked up. Because I was talking with Plex about it, and I was like, the last time I remember a launch going this badly was Magicka.
No. SimCity.
How bad was the SimCity? Because Magicka,
the very first time you went on SimCity, it was always online, but the servers went down because there were so many people, which meant the game was unplayable. You could not even play single player because it was always online. Which meant everyone who bought it was like, it's not even our fault, we can't run it. It's your servers. On the launch day, you didn't get enough servers to run it. As far as
I know, there were similar problems with GTA Online when that launched with regards to servers.
But even GTA has a single player mode.
Well, no, that didn't. It was GTA Online.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Sims has a single player, but when SimCity, but when you go on there, it still connects to the internet. They actually took that out now, so it don't do that.
I was saying, the last really massively fucked up launch I remember was the Magicka one, because it was like, it released a week early by accident. Because the publisher released it a week early and the devs weren't even finished making it. Do you remember? And it just didn't work at all. It took them 2 days of like round-the-clock patching just to get it working.
Yeah, but they did.
Oh, yeah. And then
I'm sure they worked to Sunday as well.
Paradox saved their fucking reputation because they did a patch a day for 7 days until it was perfectly fixed. And then put a spell in the game called Crash the Desktop just to take the piss.
Wow.
But it was like £12 at the time, so it's like no one cared. Everyone was like, "Oh, no, lol." It was funny. It was funny, you know. And they fixed it, and we all laughed about it in the end. I can't see that being the case with No Man's Sky. I think this may well be very damaging to Hello Games' reputation.
Hello Games.
Maybe they'll come back from it. Maybe they'll bounce back strong. But
I can't remember.
It's not looking good.
I can't remember what the game was, right? But there was this bug that went around. I think it was on the PlayStation 3, where basically on the online store, you know, when you go to buy stuff, one of the games had been incorrectly priced at £0 and 0 pence if you bought the entire pack of it with its DLC, and it was meant to be something like 25% off. So obviously the people who made the game got very angry at this.
Oh, I bet they did.
And it was taken off people's accounts.
Yeah.
So everyone who did get it and played the shit out of it, it's like they don't need to play it anymore because it was taken off their account.
Yeah, well, at least they got to play it.
Exactly. What was that pirating survey you were looking at the other day?
Oh, PC Gamer pirating survey. I participated.
I did.
Did you, like, I don't know if everyone else participated in the PC Gamer anti-piracy survey. You probably missed your chance now, but...
No, I did it yesterday.
Yeah, but this doesn't go out for,
4
or 5 days from now. But yeah, I participated, and the big question on there was, like, if you did pirate in the past, what made you stop? And one of the options is Steam made it easier to buy games, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty much the reason.
Mine was just discounts.
It was like, I put discounts as well, because Steam sales is like...
Because it was like, how much money do you make converted to dollars? And I was like, lowest band bracket ever, that's me.
I was like, that is what made the difference for me. Because back in the day, in the early days, like pre-Steam, you had to buy games on disc and stuff.
Also, I will point out as well that Steam's actually made it harder to pirate, which is pretty annoying.
Well, you had to actually go to the store because there was no real place online. It didn't have "Can you run it?" So you had to go to the store, browse basically write your specs down on paper, go to the store, compare it against the games. Hope that they'd put enough information on there for you to decide whether it was going to run on your computer or not. Take it home, install it for hours from disk, find out it doesn't work, have to go back and hassle them for a refund, which a lot of the time they didn't want to do because these things were activated with a CD key that you could have stolen, that you could then be using for other things. So it was a nightmare. So it was a lot easier just to pirate the game. And then if it worked, you know, if the pirate version was okay, you just played the pirate version. If the pirate version was shit, you went out and bought the real version, and that was the way it was. And then Steam came along, and Steam was shit. But then after, a few years of being shit, Steam eventually became really good.
I still get massively pissed off that there's no demos nowadays. They should bring demos out again.
There still are some demos going around on Steam, and I'm sure if you buy like PC Gamer magazine, do they still publish a print magazine with demos?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably.
I will point out though that if a game is released solely on Steam, it makes it very hard to pirate.
Where are all the townies?
Townies in the dungeon.
Oh,
mining.
Down there mining.
Probably. But yeah, I will point out that Steam has made it exceptionally hard.
Not there.
In the market?
No
stone.
Idling.
There's no stone.
Or is there no flowers? There's no flowers. Must have run out of flowers.
So yeah, it's made it super hard because of the fact that any game you get that is Steam only, it needs to be running on the Steam client. And albeit you could probably load up a Linux boot and then put a hack Steam on there and all your hack Steam accounts and everything, but that'd be really fucking annoying and ball achy. It's like back in the day, if you downloaded a game, you just downloaded it and played it.
The point is, Steam is now the easiest option,
Yeah.
And now they've got the refunds as well. You can even get a game.
Now they've got sales.
If you're not
refunds,
sure if you can meet the spec, you can just get it, install it, see if it works, and if it doesn't, just instantly refund it.
Exactly.
Which is great. And that's the way it should be. And like you were saying about the demos, that was one of the big things about demos, was the fact that you can at least install them and see if the game's going to run on your computer.
Yeah, but also, it's not that hard to make a demo. Just take the first fucking level out of your goddamn game and put it in a demo.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
Devs have been getting a lot better at listing the specs properly on the Steam store. Steam has really sort of cracked down on making sure they list the right OSs and stuff like that. Because there used to be a big thing of like games that ran on XP only that they didn't put it in the store page, so people were buying them. Calypso Media.
Calypso.
Amongst others, but Calypso Media refused to update their store page even years after the fact.
Well, yeah, but it's not their thing anymore.
Well, they should be doing it.
Because, by sounds things, I don't even know what's going on with that, but I'm sure that, someone's moving there. Nice. Good job. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Oh,
shit, son. Well, it was going well, Velerious. Nice knowing you. Smell you in the afterlife.
I still think this is one of them that's worth, putting a guard point on and sending them all to the back of towns and they're all just out of the way.
But then there's the actual soldiers and stuff. There's no way of winning because you can't spread them out unless we put them all into like separate groups of like 10 per group, and then set 10 bloody waypoints around. And even then, whoever's in the top of the stack of 10 is going to get fucked. There's no way of
No, I meant because obviously that red guy there is literally in a house on his own, so he's going to be the first one to die.
Or red guy.
Alphalos or
Belzebu. He'll be fine. They might even go that way.
But if they do, they'll just fuck him up. There is no way out for him. Alpha's opposite.
Hero! Yes,
hero!
Oh my god, there's a hero in there!
Oh my god, he's going to get
I don't care.
absolutely
He's a
bombed.
knight, he can take it.
A knight! I can do it, I have armour!
That one, though, is a bit it's fucked off.
He's like,
oh my god, the knights are clearing house, Velerious.
Finally. They finally had something to do when they're doing it.
Earned their keep.
Oh no, not the big guy. Get the big guy back with the knight. No one wants him.
Oh my god, this knight.
This knight is actually doing it. He's taking down the field of slimes. He is
He's only bruised.
The experience will be getting. Oh, Arthur! Yeah. Arthur the Older!
It's fine. It's Belzebu.
It's Belzebu. What?
It's Belzebu.
Oh yeah, Arthur's blue one.
It's fine. He sorted it.
Then down is, what's going on? Wait, what's going on? Right, Steve, you okay?
They might have to fight a few of these slimes, but slimes are no problem. Look at all the bones. What are those?
I like how late you are to the party on that. It's been out there for years.
I just haven't even seen the videos.
I don't think I saw many of the videos. I think I saw like one, and that was not by choice. What?
Someone did die, amazingly, to a slime.
Oh.
Somehow.
Belzebu, calling it.
No, it was one of the heroes, and John Chartres, who must have been a townie. One of the heroes actually died. Okay, let's get a grave. One of the knights.
Oh.
He must have taken a bit of a beating. Gravestone.
Two of them.
Decorative. Outdoor. Only one. You can't bury heroes.
Oh, okay.
Is the gate open? No. Better open the gate. Unlock block.
Unlock block.
Uncock block.
Uncock block my block.
Unblock my cock. Unblock my cock.
Do you want to send everyone back so they can build the grave?
Oh, yeah.
That Charon just sat there admiring them. Yes, the Knights of Derpsville.
And so, We Happy Few. Have you played that?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It needs some extra stuff in it at the moment, but, I mean, I played until I got, I think it was dysentery or something like that, and they just gave up. But that was just me, because there's so much I've been playing recently. We Happy Few, I must admit, like, at the moment, because I haven't played enough of it, I can't really recommend it.
It looked great.
But it needs the story mode out there. It needs the story mode. That's what it's hungering for. It's not enough on its own, and there's a few things that are a little bit jerky and weird, but it is in early access, and it is cheaper than like 20 quid.
A bit YouTube baity.
But it's cheaper than 20 quid.
Which,
and it's not a bad game on its own. I mean, you can do a lot in there. You can build things, you can sort it all out. Admittedly, it's not kind of getting rid of my buildy urge, but I mean, nothing really does nowadays.
It's not scratching that buildy bug for you. They're not doing this fucking corpse because they're assholes.
There will be eventually.
I mean, every time you think someone is, they're not.
Well, they have to build the grave first, don't they?
Yay! Sadon. He's doing things with it. He's fallen asleep.
No, he's a skeleton.
He's fallen asleep.
Sadon's a skeleton? What are you about?
He's doing it. He was just turning it into a grave.
Also, Sadon the skeleton, hasn't he gone missing now or something?
No, he's still there. The Sadon skeleton. Still there.
Still there.
Still kicking ass.
I like how we've just got that now because of the fact that we've had a Sips, and it's like now if we lose that, it loses all the stuff that we've had at Sips.
Sips never comes back though. That's the annoying thing. It's such a one shot. It was like, why? And he left, if you remember, because there was no fucking food.
Yeah.
Right, Velerious. That is where I'm going to pause it. So if you want to say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
We'll see you next time, guys. Bye bye.